Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV. I'm actually on Tonberry server on the Elemental Data Center because we're less than 1 minute until the final part of the Ishgard restoration, and I've been invited over by some lovely people to take part in this with them. And as you can see, the Rising Song Quarter is pretty much all done. We're over at Snowsoak Springs over here. Here we go. So it's just literally begun as I move over here. I was on before, but I got disconnected from the server. I had a DirectX crash, which was hilarious for whatever reason. But here we are. We're finally back on. I'm not going to miss out on this regardless. So I believe we need to go and get some timber and cut it up if you're familiar with this already. So we need to go over and get some of that. So there's the supply pile. You can hold X to click through people. Don't know if people know that top tip, but here's a lovely Tonberry server working hard. We need to go. Do we apply this straight onto it? I thought we'd have to actually do something with, yeah. The workstation, there it is. I'm being silly. So we bring the stone over here, we whack it on the workstation, and then a circular saw cuts the blocks into size, and then we bring the blocks over to the building site, just like that. So we're at max render of players at the moment, and even beyond that, as you can see, people are phasing in and out of existence. This is what it's like when it's incredibly popular. So as you can see, there's actually not much of a bar to fill there over here. So we've got 1 progress. I'd be amazed if we get more than 4 progress towards this, considering how quickly people are going through it. We can tap numpad 0 to make that even faster. This is feeding here because we're feeding the stone into the actual circular saw. Yeah, I've personally really enjoyed the Ishgard restoration. I think it's been a fantastic addition to the game. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever comes next with this place now that it'll be near or at completion. I don't think there's much more to really do here, so I know there'll be a follow-up quest line. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. I won't do a video on that because they're usually pretty large, and I don't want to spoil that stuff. But yeah, there's usually quite a big storyline to go with it, and I believe there's a reward of the actual orchestrion role this time around for the Foundation, for the Firmament rather. So that's going to be interesting. Let's take this one up here. We've not been up here yet. Looks like we're building stone for the sides of this pagoda thing, or whatever it's supposed to be. The covering to the actual springs itself. But yes, lots of people here, as you would expect, racing towards their world first progression on this server. I picked up level 1 carpenter just so I could take part in it, to lend my hand. Will we get to 4 completion? I think we will. We might even get to 5 completion, depending on how quickly that fills. Can we get 5? No, probably not. We can chop this up and then place this on a building area. He says, building area? Hello? Am I completely incompetent, or can I not see? There we go, there's one. All the way down here. 30 seconds. I'm not sure that's long enough for me to get another block, but 4 progression towards that. 4 items contributed. Not bad at all. Hopefully this will be the last, like I say, these things. There's a person. Hello there. /cheer. Shout out to Pepper Spice on Tonberry. And who else we got here? Linux. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And everybody on Tonberry server for pushing this so hard. We've got 8 seconds. See, people are scrambling the last few blocks there. And it's done. Hey, construction complete. Now give us some levels. Oh, this isn't the last phase. Wow, look at that. So we're level 2 because you get a level every time you complete this stuff. So this is the latest edition then. Wow, I thought this was going to be the last one, but presumably not. Maybe there's going to be another 2, perhaps? Look at the size of this thing. It's going to be a covered spa. Wow. Awesome. So this will be presumably like a swimming pool. I didn't know it was going to be covered. That's even more exciting. Damn. I think that's the only thing that got changed or made additions to In this phase, we've got lots of scaffolding and that roof suspended by blocks and some wooden scaffolding. Very cool. Very cool indeed. On the basis of that, then, I believe what we'll do is we'll save this recording and we'll upload this video when we finally get the last chapter of this and put it together with this footage. That would be a cool idea. So the next footage you will see will be when Tonberry finishes the next stage. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And there's also this little one over here as well. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what direction this goes. And as we have a look from a distance there, it's just this big stone covering and a pagoda thing with gold on it. Very, very nice. I think that's all that's really changed. But they're storming ahead, Tonberry. Let's have a quick look, as you do, at the Sky Builder ranking board. Oh yeah, this is finished as well. Nice. Very cool. Let's go see what it says on the board. It should be like, this is nearing completion. Yes, interesting. There's lots of stuff still around, isn't there? Lots of blocks and wood. More blocks and wood than they possibly need. And I think there's some of the house is not complete as well, right? Oh no, that one's complete. Just this section. Seems that they're building this part as well. There's going to be a lot of tidying, like I say. Especially when it comes to the little towers that are out here as well. That has to be built. Very curious. I look forward to seeing what it's like when it's done. Let's go over then and look at that board, like I said we were going to. Read a bit of a tooltip, and then we'll switch to when this is completed in the future footage. But I'm very impressed so far with what I've seen and the sheer speed that Tonberry has raced once again. I think they've beaten how fast they did it from last time, although it does feel like this part of the Ishgard restoration took a lot less time to complete. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It just feels that way. Or maybe it's because I didn't take part in the actual rankings myself this time. Last time I went for Saint of the Firmament and it was just every day was grueling and painful, as you can expect. So here's the Sky Builders board then. It says, ooh, so we're still on Snow-Soaked Springs Eternal, so we're not quite done with that then. So there's going to be at least another 1 or 2 perhaps phases of that, as you can see with the scaffolding. So let's switch to the next time this upgrades, or when it's done. Right then, here we are back at the Ishgard restoration. We've waited a little bit. Unfortunately, I missed the opportunity to take part in the Fate, but we should be able to see the next stage of the restoration itself. So let's go talk to the gatekeep, and we'll teleport in. And we should see a cutscene, I think. I think this might be the cutscene opportunity. There it is. There's the restoration complete. That's the actual cutscene. So there's the hall that was built at the end. Looking really, really cool. Oh, there's the actual bathhouse. Look at that. That looks incredible. With the tiles now, that blue sheen on them. And the water and the fountain with a lion on it as well. Wow, that's cool. Oh, and that's what it looks like from a distance. That's amazing. We'll take a screenshot of that for the thumbnail. If the screenshot button actually works this time. But wow, the Eastern Rising Song Quarter complete. So there we go. That's pretty much it, isn't it? Or is there something else? Is there some final elements? So on the sky, oh wow, okay, so there is actually another part then in 7 hours, well 8 hours time. So we'll have a look at that when I wake up tomorrow, and we'll put all of these video pieces together. A special project is number 16. It says, our work's more or less done, but there's one more thing I'd like everyone to help on. A monument to honor those who made the reconstruction possible. There we go. So the monument is actually supposed to be whatever crafting class is the top, if I remember correctly. Let's have a quick jaunt then over to the Snow-Soaked Springs then, and we'll have a look what actually has changed with this bathhouse. It looks intimidating from a distance, as you can see already. All of these houses obviously were completed before. All of this dialogue should be majoritively the same because it's still Rising Song Quarter. Yeah, very cool. Let's go this way, actually, so we can see the rear of the bathhouse. What we should do is go upstairs, actually, and see if we can jump on top of the bathhouse for the snow-soaked springs from above. And we'll see if we can jump on top of it. That's something I wanted to do in the previous section a few hours ago of this video. So there's all the houses completed now. This place does look astonishing, isn't it? It really, really does look quite impressive. And there's the roof to the actual bathhouse itself then. So this is a nice big building completed. So our work's almost done, they say. So can we make that jump? Or, well, definitely not, actually. That's one heck of a jump, isn't it? We'd have to be a ninja, I think, to jump that gap. But we've got a big spire on the top there. See all these people jumping. There's no way you're going to make that gap. So the first thing you see then is all of these scantily clad Tonberrians. Some people chilling out on top of the lion's head statue there that they've dropped down onto. That's adorable. Lalafel's dancing at the top rung there. Someone doing the final touches to the lion itself. And someone performing music, which we have turned off for copyright reasons. And we actually have a place to swim. Fantastic. It is an actual swimming pool with all of the steam coming off. This is probably going to be one of my favourite places to hang out now, just based on the fact we have a swimming pool and a place to water float. So in theory, where's it? Water float? I think that's the command. There we go. So we can float in this water and relax. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And if we look upwards, which is hard to do whilst you're inside here, we have those braziers lit, the fire braziers, that beautiful tiled roof there. Lovely details. Lots of people are going to enjoy this. What will happen next, however, is anyone's guess with this sort of content. Just to finalise then, the other part of the springs, we have really no other additions. This might be the monuments themselves, or the thingies. We've got a bit of water here we can chill out in. Very literally. And then there's this little Lalafell friendly pool over here, as I like to call it, that you can come and sit and relax with your friends after a hard day's raiding. Very cool. So the actual building itself, underneath the large plot, has these very interesting lanterns. Very nice fixtures. Some nice little pillars. And we have changing rooms. Oh no, these are saunas. Oh, that's fantastic. We have our own sauna rooms in Final Fantasy XIV with places to sit. Look. The toweled areas to relax. This is going to be an RP heaven, isn't it, basically? You've got the coals there, people doing the sweat emote, look. And then we've got the water to pour onto the coals to make more steam. That's fantastic. Really, really impressed. The fellow Namazu's walking around. And then I believe the other side, do we have something similar? Or is this just a blocked off area? Alright, this is just a bar. Wow. So we have jacuzzi space with swimming pool as a spa. We have fountains to relax in and clean ourselves. We have ourselves a sauna. And we have a liquor bar. That's fantastic. And places to sit as well. Very, very cool. And obviously all of this seating works. This is probably my new favourite place, especially in the Ishgard area. Fantastic. So all we're waiting on now is in 8 hours we'll resume recording, and we'll show off the first part of this monument, presumably. I doubt it'll all be completed, because the tallies won't have been completed yet, for whichever one. Which I believe the monument will be representative of whoever actually is the highest crafter on each server. So that has to, remains to be seen. I would imagine it's probably going to be blacksmith, but it's obviously going to depend on where you are. But anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys in another 8 hours, and hopefully we'll try and catch the actual restoration. Probably not, but at least we'll get to see what's happened since. Okay, some time has passed, and whilst I was asleep, the Tonberry server has completed their Ishgard restoration completely. The firmament has been finished, And as you can see, Snow-Soaked Springs is there, completed. We'll have a look at that in just a second. But we already looked at that before. The thing that's most impressive, though, is that it just says the reconstruction of the firmament is complete there. And it says, ours has been a long road, but we have reached our destination. We have completed the reconstruction of the firmament, and though this is by any measure a remarkable feat, we have not simply rebuilt structures, we have rebuilt lives. And before the honour of working with such a gathering of fine folk, this is what fills me with the greatest of pride. We could not have accomplished this without the tireless efforts of all involved. No words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I wish to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Till fate next sees fit to bring us together again, I wish you every success. A quote there at Francel de Halinart. And it says, Addendum, supplies are ever needed in the running of a district, and we will continue to welcome your kind donations. So just as a, preface there for the continuation. There is, of course, quests related, which I'm skipping through here. I'm not actually going to pick those up relating to the completion. If you do those quests, you get an orchestrion roll. I'll just tell you that now. So really, the only thing from last time, other than the completion of this, you'll also notice a few things have changed. Actually, there's a few other things that were completed, which I'm very grateful for, because I half expected them to leave them the way they are. If we walk around, there's tons of NPCs just chilling, relaxing. Things have slightly changed in places, but for the most part, they're pretty much in the same place. One thing you will notice, though, is that there are certain places that are fully built now. And by that, I mean the spires on the outside of the actual city itself. Because we were wondering if these were going to be fully completed. And it turns out they are. They're now little spires with doors on them, which is very nice. And you'll notice that you can even walk out to them. So earlier when we looked at, in the video, there was a child who was like, I can't wait to go out there. Why won't they let me go out there? Well, it turns out you totally can now. As you can see on the map there, we've got the new nest. All of these brazier type buildings that you might see in Lord of the Rings are fully lit. And in fact, they are jumping puzzles. For some people, that's going to be a massive bonus. But you'll notice that there's a player right on the top of that tower. It is indeed a new jumping puzzle. So yeah, there's lots of new things to explore and have fun with in the firmament, and I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy getting used to the jumping puzzle. I'm not sure it was a good idea for me to attempt this now. Probably not. But yeah, as you can see, there are platforms of which you have to jump between. Let's see if we can do this one just very quickly. That's a bit of a jump, isn't it? That was a fail. We'll do it one more time just to see how bad I am at jumping puzzles, because a lot of people love that. Love to see people fail. Oof, that was a bit close. Is that a running jump? I'm tempted to go left. No, that was terrible. Okay, we'll attempt that at another time, but yes, you can get to the top of that spire. I believe the other spires also, yeah, they also have jumping puzzle platforms as well. So all of these spires on the outside, all are jumping puzzles, which is quite good. I'm sure that will keep some people entertained for a while, and I imagine that the view you're rewarded with is quite a cool one at that. So that's the only real addition. The addition to actually walk out onto these platforms as well, overlooking the void either side in the Rise and Song Quarter, all the way down to the new nest. And yeah, let's see if the NPCs managed to get over here. Is that what the NPC was referencing then, wanting to play around on the jumping puzzles? That's kind of scary if you think about it. But Ishgardians will be Ishgardians. So yeah, there's the Saddle Dome, which is the Snow-Soaked Springs. And the only other addition to look at then, since we looked at that last time, I'm not going to waste your time with that, is the actual final part, which the Fate was actually for. The Fate completed the towers, but it also completed the monument. So Tonberry server, the top crafter this time around, the top delivered items were actually culinarian. So this is going to differ depending on what server you're on, obviously. But if you're wondering where your statue, where your monument will be, it will be right in front of the big building at the top with the bell. Which of course is Hoarfrost Hall, which looks absolutely incredible at night, almost like Disneyland's palace or something, poking out of the darkness. Looks really nice. They've even got floodlit areas on each of those 3 halls as well. Very cool. But there we go. There's the Sky Builders Monument, as you can see, with a placard on the front of it. That's pretty much what you get. So let's go close. It is interactable. That's what it looks like. So because they got Culinarian, it is in fact in the shape of the Culinarian relic weapon. Resistance crafting weapon with the dragon on it there. And if you click on it, it says, dedicated to a Culinarian of surpassing skill, and to all who laboured to raise this piece from ruin that we might soar ever skyward, with gratitude from all who set foot in the firmament. So people weren't expecting to see their names on this. That was unrealistic. But there we go. There is actually a monument now to commemorate whoever distributed the most things, and Culinarian won by a long margin. But there we go. That's the Ishgard firmament restoration. It's been quite a journey, and we've looked at it quite a few times in videos. But how cool is that? Anyway, thank you kindly for watching this video. Enjoy the rest of your time. Hopefully the firmament hasn't stressed you out too much in the restoration. If it has, then it's time for you to get some well-deserved sleep. But yes, for more videos like this and any changes that we see in the future, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.